So, good afternoon. Today, this will be a demonstration on how to calculate RBC. Okay, so we have to calculate RBC in the given undiluted blood, that is 0.5 mm, the same principle that we have followed for the WBC. So this is again the same hemocytometer where you will have the RBC counting chamber, that is the Newburst chamber. A cover slip will be there. You will have the RBC diluting fluid, that is the Hames fluid, and the RBC counting pipette. How do I identify that this is RBC counting pipette? A red bead. But suppose the red bead is not present, then the markings 0.5, 1 and 101. If you remember, for WBC it was 0.5, 1 and 11. So यहाँ पर it is 0.5 and 101. That means now what will be the dilution factor? It will be 100 divided by 0.5, because this 101 part will not get mixed in the bulb actually. So this is how the dilution factor which we are going to get for RBC. How will we do? We will give a bold prick, okay, with the lancet with all aseptic precautions, right? You will take 0.5 mm of blood, and as I told you, for WBC you will take the Hames fluid in the Petri dish and you will suck the Hames fluid up till mark 101. So 0.5 blood लेना है, 101 तक आपको diluting fluid लेना है, RBC diluting fluid. Then just tie this knot. Knot tie करने के बाद what you will do? You will again mix it in your palm, between your palms. Keep it aside. Meanwhile, you have kept it aside. For the proper mixing of the blood with the diluting fluid, you will make your microscope ready. That is, make all the light adjustments. You have to use 45x. Your lens power will be 45, high power, okay? And the position of the condenser will be midway. It was lowest for WBC, it is highest for oil immersion, that when we will do DLC. RBC के लिए it is midway between low and high, okay? So same apparatus, same principle. The only difference is the pipette, the bulb size is bigger and the markings are different. So just now let's have a look over the components of the RBC diluting fluid, that is the Hames fluid. So what are the components of this Hames fluid or the RBC diluting fluid? Sodium sulfate, sodium chloride and mercury chloride. Sodium sulfate will prevent the aggregation of RBC, that means it will prevent the Rulex formation. Sodium chloride will maintain the isotonicity, okay, that will prevent the RBCs either to swell or to burst, or they will not even shrink. Mercury chloride is totally preservative, antifungal, antibacterial. Now here nothing is given to lyse the WBC, because the ratio of RBC to WBC is very high. 1 WBC and 700 RBC. So even if 1 or 2 WBCs are counted, it will not matter. But in WBC you will have to lyse the RBC so that it do not interfere in counting. And in RBC this is not mandatory to kill or to destroy the WBC, because the count is very high. The ratio of RBC to WBC 700 is to 1 will not interfere with your counts. Now you have seen how do we do the counting. The counting is done in the Newburst chamber after charging, the same charging that we have done in the case of WBC, that is taking the Newburst chamber, putting a cover slip over it and adding a drop of fluid, and the fluid will move inside by capillary action. Always keep in mind that the initial 1 to 2 drops from the tube pipette should be discarded, because that is mainly the fluid part and not the adequately part which is mixed with blood and fluid. So पहले के 1-2 drops discard करना, charge करना, wait for some time and count it in the central square. Remember that the Newburst chamber has got 9 squares. We have used the right up, right lower, left up, left over for WBC. We will use the central square of RBC for the counting of RBC, or वो central square maybe we have to count only in 5 boxes. Right upper, right outermost upper and lower left, uppermost left lower, and the central one, which is the most central one. And I identify counting chamber by the help of these triple lines. So once you see that there are triple lines, it is an RBC counting chamber. You have to count it only in 5 boxes. 1, 2, outermost, upper, lower and the central one. While counting, follow the L rule which you had followed in WBC counting. Now there are 3 lines. It is triple line. So you will take the RBC up to the middle line. The middle line the RBC will be included. So just look into the calculations. How is the dilution factor? I told you that 100 part is getting mixed with 0.5. Therefore it becomes 100 by 0.5 and the dilution factor is 200. How much is the area? The area of one small square is 1 by 5 and we are counting in 5 squares. So the area will be 5 into 1 by 5 into 1 by 5, that is 1 by 5 square mm. Depth is 0.1. Therefore the volume is area into depth, which is 1 by 5 into 0.1, that is 1 by 50 per cubic mm is your depth. So the final calculations are, let n be the number of RBCs which are counted, okay? And now you have to count it in per cubic mm in the diluted blood. This is in the diluted blood, and now we have to find the total WBCs in the undiluted blood per cubic mm. So the final calculation will be n into 50 into dilution factor, okay? N into 50 into dilution factor. This number of cells in millions per cubic mm. So the answer of WBC will be in millions per cubic mm, right? So if there are any queries regarding this, you have to tell to us, and we will try to also share a link or a video where you can actually see how the WBC and the RBCs are looking under the numbers